Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast here on Daily English Dialogues. I am your host, Anna.
And I am Mark. Hello, everybody. It is great to be back here with you today.
Today, we have a very special topic. It is a topic that I think every single English learner thinks about.
That is right. Actually, it is not just for English learners. It is for anyone trying to learn a new skill.
Exactly. Today, we're going to talk about how to study English every single day, even when you do not want to, even when you have no motivation.
Oh, that's a big one. You know, Anna, I hear this from our listeners all the time. They say, Mark, I started learning English in January. I was so excited, but now it's March and I'm tired. I do not want to study anymore.
Yes, the famous motivation problem. We all have those days. You wake up, you are tired, you have work or school, and opening your English book feels like the hardest thing in the world.
So today we are going to share some secrets. We will talk about how to keep going when the excitement is gone. We will use simple words, but the ideas are going to be very strong. Are you ready, Anna?
I am ready. Let's get started.
Okay, Anna. Let's start with the big word everyone uses, motivation. I hear it every day. I need more motivation, or I lost my motivation. Is motivation the key to success?
That is the big question mark. And honestly, I think motivation is actually a trap.
A trap? That is a very strong word. A trap is something dangerous that catches you. Why do you say that?
I say it because people wait for motivation before they act. They think, first I will feel excited, then I will study. But the problem is, motivation is an emotion. It's a feeling, like being happy or sad or hungry.
I see. And feelings change all the time.
Exactly. Mark, are you happy 24 hours a day?
No, of course not. 1 minute I'm happy, then I get hungry, then I get tired, then maybe I get annoyed because of traffic. My feelings change like the weather.
Right. Motivation is exactly the same. It's like the weather. Sometimes it's sunny, you feel great, you want to learn 10 new words, you want to watch a movie in English, but the next day, it rains. You're tired, you have a headache, the motivation is gone.
That is so true. I have weeks where I feel like Superman, and then weeks where I just want to sleep.
And here's the trap. If you only study English on the days when you feel like Superman, you will not study enough. You cannot become fluent only working on sunny days.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. So we're relying on something that is unstable.
Yes, I like to call motivation mental candy.
Mental candy. I like the sound of that. What does it mean?
Think about eating a chocolate bar. When you eat sugar, you get a quick burst of energy. You feel hyper, you feel awake. But what happens 30 minutes later?
You crash. You feel tired again, maybe even more tired than before.
Exactly. Watching an inspiring video on YouTube is like eating chocolate. It gives you a quick rush of energy. You say, yes, I will learn English. But that energy burns out very fast. You cannot live on candy.
You need real food. And in this example, what is the real food?
The real food is discipline. It's habit. It's doing the work even when you don't feel the rush.
But Anna, doing the work without the rush is boring. Let's be honest. Studying grammar verbs is not exciting like a movie.
You are absolutely right. It is boring. And this is the second part of the trap. We think that learning should always feel exciting. We have a fantasy about learning.
A fantasy?
Yes, we imagine ourselves speaking perfectly in a business meeting or laughing with American friends. That image is fun, but the reality is sitting alone in your room, repeating a word 20 times because you keep forgetting it.
Yes, the reality is much less glamorous. It's just work.
Think about a professional athlete, like a famous football player. Do you think they love training every single morning? Do you think they wake up at 5 a.m. and shout, "Yay, I love running in the cold rain"?
Probably not. They probably hate it some days.
They definitely hate it some days, but they do it anyway. They are professionals. They don't let their feelings choose their actions.
So you're saying we need to treat English like a job or like a sport?
Yes, we need to stop asking, do I want to study today? And just do it because it's what we do. We need to disconnect the action from the feeling.
That's difficult, but I guess if we wait until we want to do difficult things, we'll never do them. I never want to wash the dishes.
Exactly. But you do them because you need clean plates. We need to make English just like washing the dishes. It's not a special event. It's not a party. It's just normal.
Just normal. I like that. It takes the pressure off. I don't need to be excited. I just need to be present.
Precisely. So, to our listeners, stop waiting for the feeling. If you wake up and you have zero motivation, that's okay. You don't need motivation to start, you just need a system.
A system. Okay, that leads us perfectly into our next topic. If we can't use motivation, what do we use? How do we build this system?
Well, Mark, that brings us to the 2-minute rule.
Okay, Anna, I agree with you. We cannot trust motivation. We need habits. But building a habit is really hard. If I come home from work and I am exhausted, how do I start? The sofa looks so comfortable, and my English book looks so heavy.
I know that feeling perfectly. You are fighting against something we call friction.
Friction? That sounds like a physics word.
It is. Imagine a car that is broken down on the road. You have to push it. Mark, what is the hardest part of pushing a heavy car?
I think the hardest part is the first second, getting it to move.
Exactly. The car is heavy. It wants to stay still. You have to push and sweat just to get the wheels to turn 1 inch. But once the car is moving, what happens?
It gets easier. You just have to keep walking behind it. The car has momentum.
Perfect. Studying English is exactly the same. The hardest part is not studying. The hardest part is starting. Sitting down, opening the book, finding the page. That is the heavy push.
So how do we make that first push easier?
We use the 2-minute rule.
Tell me more. How does it work?
It is very simple. You make the goal so small, so easy, that your brain cannot say no. On a bad day, you tell yourself, I will study English for just 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Anna, surely you were joking. Can you really learn English in 120 seconds?
You are right, Mark. You cannot learn a lot in 2 minutes. You won't master grammar in 2 minutes. But remember the car? The goal of the 2 minutes is not to finish the journey. The goal is just to get the wheels moving.
Ah, I understand. You're tricking your brain.
Yes. If you tell your brain, we have to study for 1 hour, your brain says, no, that is too hard. I am tired. But if you say, we're just going to read 1 paragraph, just 2 minutes, your brain says, oh, okay, that is easy. We can do that.
Can you give us some specific examples of this? What does a 2-minute study session look like?
Sure. Here are 3 examples. 1. Reading. Don't say, I will read a chapter. Say, I will read 1 page. 2. Listening. Don't say, I will listen to a whole podcast. Say, I will listen to the first minute while I put on my shoes. 3. Writing. Don't say, I will write a diary entry. Say, I will write 1 sentence about what I ate for lunch.
That sounds very manageable. Even on my worst day, I can write 1 sentence about my lunch. I ate a sandwich. Done.
Exactly. And here's the magic, Mark. What usually happens after you write that 1 sentence?
Well, usually I have the pen in my hand, the notebook is open. I might think, well, the sandwich was good, but it was a bit spicy, so I write that too.
And suddenly, you have written 5 sentences. You've been studying for 10 minutes. You tricked yourself into starting, and then the momentum took over.
But Anna, I have to ask a serious question. What if I really do stop after 2 minutes?
That is the most important part. You must be allowed to stop.
Really? It's okay to quit after 2 minutes?
Yes, if you force yourself to continue, your brain will know you're lying. It will think, oh, she says 2 minutes, but she means an hour. I won't fall for that trick again.
That makes sense. It has to be a real offer.
Yes, sometimes you will do the 2 minutes and you will still feel tired. You will say, okay, I read the page, I'm done. And you close the book.
Is that a failure?
No, that is a victory because you reinforced the habit. You showed up, you were the person who studied English that day, you kept the chain alive.
I love that mindset. A small victory is still a victory.
Precisely. Step 1 is simply showing up. Step 2 is doing the work. You cannot do step 2 if you don't do step 1.
Okay, so step 1 is relying on habits, not motivation. Step 2 is the 2-minute rule. What's next?
Next is your environment. This is the place where you live and the things you use every day. Mark, I have a question. If you want to lose weight, what is the first thing you should do?
Stop eating cookies? Go to the gym?
Actually, the first thing is don't buy cookies. If there is a jar of cookies on your kitchen table, you will eat them. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you see them, you want them.
That is very true. If they're in the house, they're in my stomach.
Exactly. We're humans. We're lazy. We take the easy option. So we need to design our house so that English is the cookie jar. We need to make English the easy option.
English is the cookie jar. I love that. So how do we do that?
Let's start with your digital house, your phone. Mark, look at your phone.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
What language is your phone set to?
It's in English now because you told me to change it last year, but I remember I was very scared to do it.
Why were you scared?
I was afraid I would delete my photos by accident. I thought, what if I press the wrong button and lose everything?
That is a common fear. But did you delete your photos?
No, I learned very quickly. I learned words like settings, notifications, storage, and cancel. Now I don't even think about it.
Exactly. You look at your phone 100 times a day. If your phone is in English, you are studying English 100 times a day without trying. But we can go deeper than just the settings.
Deeper? How?
Think about your social media. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. What videos do they show you?
Usually funny videos or news about my country, all in my native language.
Right. That's your digital bubble. You need to pop that bubble. You need to teach your phone that you like English.
How do I teach my phone?
It's easy. Go to YouTube and search for topics you love, but in English. If you love cooking, search for how to bake a cake in English. Watch 5 videos, like them, subscribe to the channels.
And then the computer will think, oh, Mark likes English cooking videos.
Yes. The next time you open YouTube, it will show you English videos automatically. You don't have to look for them. They come to you.
That's brilliant. So when I'm bored and just scrolling, I'm learning English accidentally.
Yes, you are changing your default. The default should be English.
Okay, so that's the phone. What about my real house, my apartment?
I have a trick called the open book rule.
The open book rule?
Yes. Mark, where do you keep your English books?
On the bookshelf in the corner.
That's the problem. Out of sight, out of mind. If the book is closed and on a shelf, you forget it exists. You have to make a decision to go get it. That takes energy.
So where should I put it?
Put the book on your coffee table, right in the middle of the room. And here's the secret. Leave it open.
Leave it open? To any page?
Yes, leave it open to a random page. Put a pen on top of it.
Why?
Because when you walk past the table with your cup of coffee, your eye will see the page. You will read one sentence without thinking. It's inviting you. It says, hey, Mark, just read me for 10 seconds.
It removes the friction. I don't have to open it. It's already ready.
Precisely. And you can do this with sticky notes, too. Label things in your house. Put a note on your mirror that says, you look beautiful today, in English. Put a note on the fridge that says vegetables.
I actually tried the sticky note thing. My guests thought I was crazy.
Let them think you're crazy. You are a crazy person who speaks good English.
That's a fair trade.
The goal is to make English invisible.
Invisible?
I mean, make it so normal that you don't feel like you are studying. You're just living in an environment that happens to have English everywhere.
So change the phone, hack the YouTube algorithm, and leave the books open.
Yes, make English easier to reach than the TV remote.
Well, Anna, I have a question. Many of our listeners are very, very busy. They work from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have kids. They have to cook, clean, and sleep. They say, Mark, I have no time. I literally cannot find 1 hour to sit at a desk.
That is the most common problem I hear. I am too busy. But actually, Mark, I think we have a lot of hidden time. We have what I call dead time.
Dead time? That sounds a little scary. Is it dangerous?
No, it is not dangerous. Dead time is the time when your body is busy, but your brain is completely free.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Think about your morning. You brush your teeth, you take a shower, you make coffee. During those 20 minutes, what is your brain doing?
Usually, I'm just staring at the wall, or I'm worrying about my emails. My brain is basically offline.
Exactly. That is dead time. Your hands are washing the shampoo, but your ears are empty. We can fill those ears with English.
So you turn the bathroom into a classroom?
No, not a classroom. A classroom is stressful. You turn it into a radio station. You put on a podcast or the news or an audiobook.
But Anna, the shower is loud. The train to work is noisy. What if I miss a word? What if I don't understand everything?
This is a very important point. Mark, when you listen to music, do you memorize every single word of the lyrics?
No, sometimes I don't even know what the singer is saying. I just like the melody. I like the feeling.
Yes, we need to treat English listening like music sometimes. This is called passive listening. You're not trying to pass a test. You are just letting the sounds wash over you.
Letting the sounds wash over you. I like that image. Like a bath.
Exactly. Think of it as a language bath. Even if you are not focusing, your brain is learning. It is learning the rhythm of the language. It's learning the intonation, how the voice goes up and down.
So even if I'm washing the dishes and I stop listening for a minute to scrub a dirty plate, it's still useful?
100%. You are getting used to the sound of English. And let's look at how much time this actually is. How long is your commute to work?
It takes me about 30 minutes to drive there and 30 minutes back.
Okay, that is 1 hour a day, plus 15 minutes of washing dishes, plus 15 minutes of walking the dog. Mark, that is 1.5 hours of English every day.
Wow, and I didn't have to find that time. It was already there. I was just wasting it.
Exactly. It's like finding money in your pocket that you forgot about. It's free time.
But I have another question. What should I listen to? Should I listen to grammar drills? Repeat after me. I go, you go.
No. Please, no. If you listen to boring things, you will fall asleep while driving. That is dangerous.
Okay, so no grammar drills in the car.
Listen to something you enjoy. Listen to a story. Listen to a podcast about history or technology or football. If you are laughing or if you are interested, you will want to listen.
I actually like listening to interviews with famous actors.
That is perfect because it's real conversation. It's natural.
What about the gym? I see people at the gym with headphones.
The gym is the best place for this. When your body is moving, your brain is actually very awake. Oxygen is going to your brain. I think I learn best when I am walking or running.
So we have the commute, the chores, the gym, the shower.
And don't forget the grocery store. Waiting in line, waiting for the bus. These are micro moments. Just 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there.
It's about layering, right?
Yes, you layer English on top of your life. You don't stop your life to study. You bring English along with you. You make English the soundtrack of your life.
The soundtrack of my life. I want my soundtrack to be English.
And one final tip for dead time, keep your headphones ready.
What do you mean?
If your headphones are in the bottom of your bag, tangled up in a knot, you won't use them. Keep them in your pocket. Make it easy to press play.
Back to the environment again. Make it easy.
Always.
Okay, Anna. These are all fantastic tips for normal days. But let's be honest, real life happens. Sometimes we have a really bad day.
Oh, I know those days.
You know, the days where you have a headache, your boss shouted at you, you missed the bus, and it's raining. You come home and you just want to crawl into bed and never move again.
We all have those days. They are inevitable.
On those days, even the 2-minute rule feels like climbing Mount Everest. Is it okay to just say, not today? Is it okay to take a break?
Anna, I'm going to say something controversial. It is okay to take a break, but it is dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? A rest sounds healthy.
The problem is not the rest. The problem is the momentum. If you skip one day, it is very easy to skip 2 days, then 3. Then suddenly, it's been a month and you've forgotten everything. We call this the slippery slope.
That is true. I'll do it tomorrow is the biggest lie we tell ourselves.
Exactly. So for the terrible days, you need a specific strategy. I call it the bad day plan or the non-zero day.
Non-zero day. I like the sound of that. What does it mean?
It means the goal is simply don't be a 0. You don't have to be a 10. You don't have to be a 5. You just have to be a 0.1.
So, doing something is infinitely better than doing nothing.
Yes. On a bad day, you need tasks that require 0 brain power.
Can you give us examples? What can I do when my brain is mush?
Here is my personal bad day menu. 1. Music. Listen to one favorite song in English while brushing your teeth. 2. Comedy. Watch one funny video on Instagram or TikTok that is 30 seconds long. 3. Review. Read one text message you sent to a friend in English last week.
That's it? Just one song?
Yes, because the point of that day is not to learn new vocabulary. You're too tired to learn. The point is to protect the habit.
Protect the habit.
Imagine you are building a chain. Every day you study, you add a link to the chain. If you skip a day, the chain breaks and you have to start over. On a bad day, your only job is to keep the chain together.
I use an app for that, a habit tracker. It has a calendar, and I put a green tick mark every day.
Do you like looking at the long line of green ticks?
I love it. It makes me feel proud, and I hate seeing a blank space.
Exactly. That visual chain is powerful. On a bad day, you do the one song just so you can put that green tick on the calendar. You tell yourself, I am still a student. I didn't quit.
It's about identity, isn't it?
Yes, it proves to yourself, I'm the kind of person who shows up even when it rains. That builds confidence.
I think another trick is to prepare for the bad day before it happens.
Oh, that is very smart. Tell us more.
Well, when I'm tired, I don't want to search for a video. I don't want to choose a song. Decision-making is hard.
Decision fatigue.
Yes, so I have a playlist on my phone called Emergency English.
Emergency English. I love it. What is in it?
It has my 3 favorite songs, 2 funny clips from the TV show Friends, and 1 very easy podcast episode I've already heard.
That is brilliant. So when the bad day comes, you don't have to think. You just press the big red emergency button.
Exactly. It's like a first aid kit for my language learning.
So to our listeners, make your emergency kit today. Don't wait until you're tired. Find 3 easy, funny, happy things and save them.
And remember, be kind to yourself. If you only listen to one song, don't feel guilty. Feel proud. You kept the chain alive. So far, we talked a lot about listening and reading. That is all input, information coming in. But the biggest complaint I hear is about output, speaking.
Yes, everyone says, I can understand perfectly, but when I try to speak, my mind goes blank.
Exactly, and they usually have a big excuse. I live in a country where no one speaks English, or I don't have money for a tutor.
Ah, that is the biggest excuse in the book. I have no one to talk to. Mark, I am here to tell you, you don't need a partner to practice speaking.
You don't?
No, you have the best speaking partner in the world with you 24 hours a day.
Who is that?
Yourself.
Okay, so you want our listeners to walk down the street talking to themselves? They might look a little bit crazy.
Maybe, but who cares if you look crazy if your English gets amazing? Talking to yourself is the secret weapon of polyglots, people who learn many languages.
So how do we do it? Do we just say random words?
No, try the commentator technique.
Like a sports commentator, and he kicks the ball.
Exactly. Imagine your life is a movie or a documentary. You narrate what you are doing.
Can you give me an example?
Let's say you are making breakfast. You say out loud, "Now I am taking the eggs out of the fridge." Oh, the fridge is cold. I need a pan. Where's the oil? Here it is. I am cracking the egg.
I see. You're describing simple actions.
Yes, and do you know why this is powerful? Because it connects the word to the action. You're not translating in your head. You are touching the egg and saying egg. It makes the connection strong.
And it also helps you find the holes in your vocabulary, right?
Precisely. Imagine you want to turn on the stove, but you don't know the word for knob or switch.
You'll stop and think, wait, what is this thing called?
And then you check your phone.
Yes, you look it up immediately. Because you needed the word right then, you'll remember it forever.
But Anna, I worry about mistakes. If I'm talking to myself and I make a grammar mistake, no one is there to correct me. Will I learn bad habits?
That is a very common fear, but think about it this way. The goal of speaking to yourself is not accuracy. The goal is fluency.
What is the difference?
Accuracy means being perfect. Fluency means the ability to produce words without stopping. The problem for most students is not that their grammar is bad, it's that their speaking muscle is weak. They pause too much.
Ah, so talking to yourself is gym training for your mouth muscles. You're just practicing how to get the words out.
Yes, don't worry about the grammar. Just keep the flow going. Get comfortable hearing your own voice in English.
Speaking of hearing your own voice, let's talk about recording.
Oh, this is the hard one.
I hate listening to my recorded voice. It sounds terrible.
Everyone hates it. We all think we sound strange, but recording yourself is the fastest way to improve your pronunciation.
How does it help?
When you speak, you're busy thinking about what to say. You cannot hear your own pronunciation errors. But when you listen to the recording, you're just the listener. You hear everything.
You hear, "Oh, I forgot the S on he plays," or "I pronounced TH wrong."
Exactly. You become your own teacher. So, here's a challenge for our listeners. The 1-minute diary.
What is that?
Every evening, open the voice recorder on your phone. Record yourself speaking for exactly 1 minute about your day. Today, I went to work. I was tired. I ate pizza.
And then?
Then, listen to it one time. Notice one thing you can improve. Then, delete it if you want.
I like that. It's private. No one else has to hear it. It's a safe space to fail.
Yes, if you do this for 30 days, I promise you, your speaking will change completely. You'll stop translating in your head.
That is the dream, to stop translating and start thinking.
We are coming to the end of our podcast soon, but I want to talk about one more thing: loneliness.
Yes, studying English alone in your bedroom can feel very lonely. And when we're lonely, we often quit.
Exactly. It's easy to stop when no one is watching. How can we use other people to help us keep going?
We need to turn English from a solo sport into a team sport. We need accountability.
Accountability. That's a big word. Can you explain it simply?
Sure. Imagine you want to go to the gym at 6 a.m. If you go alone and you wake up tired, what do?
I turn off the alarm and go back to sleep. No one knows, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. You broke the promise to yourself. But imagine your friend John is waiting for you at the gym. He's standing in the cold, waiting for you. Do you go back to sleep?
No way. I cannot let John down. He'd be angry. I have to go.
That is accountability. We will break promises to ourselves, but we hate breaking promises to our friends. We need to use this psychology for English.
So I need an English gym buddy?
Yes, you need a study partner.
But Anna, many people worry, my friend also speaks bad English. If we talk, we will just make mistakes together. I need a native speaker.
That is a myth. You do not need a native speaker to get motivation. Actually, a friend at your level is sometimes better.
Why?
Because of the teacher effect. Mark, who learns more in a classroom, the student or the teacher?
I actually think maybe the teacher, because they have to explain it.
You are right. To explain grammar to someone else, you must understand it perfectly. If you have a friend who is lower level than you can teach them.
So if I learn a new word, I text my friend and explain it to them.
Yes. Hey, I learned the word accountability today. It means by typing that message, you lock the information in your own brain.
That's really cool. So we're not just chatting, we're teaching each other.
Exactly. And you can make it a game.
A game? Like a competition?
A friendly competition. You can say, let's see who can do a 30-day streak on Duolingo, or let's see who can learn 50 words this week.
I like that. I'm a competitive person. If I see you winning, I want to work harder.
It pushes you, and even if you don't want a competition, just having a check-in is enough.
What is a check-in?
It's a simple message at the end of the day. You don't even have to speak English. You just send a text, done.
Just the word done?
Yes, it means I did my 2 minutes of study. If your friend sends done and you didn't do it yet, you will feel a little pressure to do your work so you can type done too.
It's positive peer pressure.
Precisely. We are social animals. We like to do things together. When you make English a way to connect with people, it stops being work and starts being friendship.
And for people who really have no friends interested in English?
The internet is full of them. There are Discord groups, Facebook groups, Reddit communities. Thousands of people are looking for a partner just like you.
So, no excuses. Find a buddy, send a text, and keep each other going. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground today. Let's review for our listeners.
Sure, let's summarize the main points on how to study without motivation.
Point number 1. Do not rely on motivation. It is a feeling, and feelings change. Build habits instead.
Point number 2, use the 2-minute rule. On hard days, just do 2 minutes. The hardest part is starting.
Point number 3, change your environment. Change your phone language. Put labels on your things. Make English visible everywhere.
Point number 4, use dead time. Listen to podcasts or music while you wash dishes, drive, or walk.
Point number 5, make it fun. Don't just read grammar books. Watch movies, YouTube, or read about things you actually like.
Point number 6, speak to yourself. You don't need a teacher to practice speaking. Narrate your life.
And finally, find a friend. Share your progress. Don't be lonely.
Mark, do you feel motivated now?
I actually do. I feel like going home and changing the labels on my kitchen cupboards.
That is great. And to our listeners, remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes a long time. Be kind to yourself. If you miss a day, don't worry. Just start again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Being consistent, doing it often, is more important than being perfect.
Thank you so much for listening to Daily English Dialogues. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a comment. Tell us, what is your way to study when you are tired?
Yes, we love reading your comments.
Until next time, keep practicing and have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.